Go ahead, brother. Talk to me.
It's Dorsett Barnwell, man. What's going on, man? I want y'all to realize that, you know, all the buffoonery, all the clown shit that Bill has been doing. You know, I actually watch a whole lot of your content, man. So shout out to you for actually putting out the shit that you do. And beside Bill, I believe is you're giving it from a non-biased perspective. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's obvious when you're doing content about Devin and whatnot. You know who your favorite. And I don't know if it's based on skill, based on your friendship, or whatever the case may be. Like you just said, all of these numbers that you're getting is from him. And I just want to know, if somebody's actually trying to get a deal done, why does he keep on talking to the public about the deal? Why the hell does he keep running his mouth? Oh, look. He just looked at this number and said no. Like, that's called negotiations. That's what negotiation does. You say no, and then they counter offer. Then you meet in the middle, and then they give another offer, and we say no, and then that's called negotiations. If he's really focused on getting the deal done, won't he shut his damn mouth and start running to the fans and actually sign something? What he wants us to do at the very beginning is just say, "Oh, wait a minute, sign it. So we can just say, so the fans will say, "Oh, if he really wanted to fight, he would just accept anything." If Bill really wanted to fight, he would stop running his damn mouth and focus on actually negotiating, because this is what negotiation is. We turn down this, we turn down that, you turn down this, we turn down that. We meet in the middle, and then eventually we have a deal. So when they talking to the fans about, oh, he turned down this, all he's trying to do is build a narrative that, wait a minute, Keyshawn don't want that fight. And I'm tired of giving motherfuckers the benefit of the doubt that they smart enough to actually catch on to this. Because I'm realizing just how dumb some of these damn fans are. And some of them not even real boxing fans. Because if you're boxing fans, then all you doing is pushing for fights like this to happen. You wouldn't go from, oh, he don't deserve to be in there, to, oh, why he didn't sign the contract? Are you boxing fans or loyal haters? Make up your damn mind. You know, but like I said, what Bill is doing is extremely strategic, and it's smart of him. Because if they back out, the first thing the public is going to assume, oh, Keyshawn didn't take the fight. That's why he's saying all of this shit. Every number that you said, who you say you got it from? Bill.
No, I didn't get it from anybody.
No. I'm saying all the numbers that you're saying, all your numbers that we're talking about is coming from their side. Right, everything that Keyshawn is turning down is coming from their side.
Well, hear me out. Let me answer the question.
Go ahead.
I said in the beginning of the show, I said that I got those numbers from listening to the Boxing Voice. I clearly said that I saw the video that Blue Blood Sports TV put out. He put out that number about the $3 million. I heard him say that, and I heard what the Boxing Voice said.
Okay.
And both of them pretty much got that information apparently from Bill Haney. I didn't get that information from Bill Haney.
Okay.
I spoke to Bill a while, probably about maybe like 4 days ago, and I speak to people that top rank, but they haven't given me any numbers at all. I clearly said in the beginning of the show, I said, well, I spoke to the people that top rank, and they said we waiting on Debo. That's what they told me. They didn't say nothing about no numbers. So the numbers that I'm talking about is coming from what Blue Blood said and what Ness said, and they said they got it from Bill.
They got it from Bill. All I'm saying is the numbers that's being put out there is coming from Bill. It's coming from Bill. He's putting that shit out there in the atmosphere and letting it be recycled all over the fucking place. And then eventually they're going to say, wait a minute. The people are saying, wait a minute, why Keyshawn just don't take the fight? Why he just don't accept anything? Is a part of the negotiations. if Bill wasn't just sitting back and waiting till the purse bid actually came about, if he really wanted to fight, he would have started the negotiations a long time ago. He shouldn't have to wait until the purse bid come along to start saying, wait a minute, let's negotiate. You already knew who was the mandatory. You already knew he wanted to fight you. You wouldn't have to wait until they put out you got 20 days left to come up to an agreement. And then the purse bid comes out. It's business, but stop building this false narrative that we're ducking any fucking body.
I'm gonna let you get off, but let me clear something up. You said in the beginning that, when I drop content, it's obvious who I favorite, and you don't know is this because of my relationship with the Haneys. Let me clear that up. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you ever heard me say this on this show before, but I clearly said that I like the Keyshawn Davis fight for Devin Haney more so than watching Shakur Stevenson. Because I don't want to see two pure boxing counterpunchers fight each other. I clearly said that Keyshawn Davis is going to bring the fight to him. He's going to try to knock his block off. And I don't know who's going to win that fight. I'm not the one that's saying Devin Haney going to box circles around Keyshawn Davis because I don't believe that. I never said that on this platform. You see what I'm saying? I don't know who's going to win that fight. I know from a stylistic standpoint, I like what Keyshawn bringing to the table. And Bill Haney has always told me that Devin Haney got a lot of tools in the warehouse. So I want to see these tools. So we saw some of it when he fought Brian Norman. So I say, hear me out. I say, so Keyshawn gonna be the one to bring those tools out, and we're gonna get a good fight. I've been consistent at saying that.
Now, when I was talking about the favoritism, I wasn't talking about you choosing who's gonna win and all of the above, because at the end of the day, your credibility would be on the line when it comes to certain shit like that.
Right.
People are still looking at you like, wait a minute, he knows something about boxing. For you to come out there and say that Devin Haney is going to box circles around him, even though you know he's not. Mm-hmm. All of the Hall of Famers, world champions, even rivals of Keyshawn is saying, wait a minute, I got Keyshawn on this. Mm-hmm. It's only casuals and people that don't know shit about boxing that are saying, wait a minute, he's gonna stop Keyshawn. He's gonna box circles around Keyshawn. He don't deserve to be in there. He's little bro. Of course, I'm cool with Keyshawn, and I'm cool with Shakur as well. But stylistically, it would be a more entertaining fight for the people. I think everybody knows that. It would be a more entertaining fight for the people as opposed to two boxers in there and two boxers that are basically defensive first. Mm-hmm. Keyshawn, like you said, he's a different breed. Devin wanted the Bill. He wanted to fight more with Shakur because he felt like he had a better chance. It would be a slower pace. He can pop shots. So even if he lost, it wouldn't look as bad. He know if he get in there with Keyshawn, he gonna really get his ass whipped. He's not just gonna lose; he's gonna lose in dramatic fashion, and it's gonna look even worse because wait a minute, he only had 15 fights. So all of that lack of experience and all of that shit gonna go out the window, and everybody's gonna go on quiet time.
Is this okay? Is this how you really feel about this? Like Keyshawn gonna do A, B, and C? Because basically what you're saying is Keyshawn Davis gonna pretty much do what he wants to do with Devin Haney in the ring. That's what you're saying? Just to make sure I'm hearing you correctly.
The ring generalship is going to be definitely on Keyshawn. I'm not downplaying or overlooking Devin Haney, but ring generalship is ring generalship. I don't give a fuck what level of competition you're going in. If you're able to dictate the pace, you're able to dictate whether it's who's backing up or who's coming forward. That's the ring generalship. So that means anything that you're doing inside the ring is because I allowed you to do it. Anything that you're doing inside the ring is because I made you do it. That's how it goes. And I definitely believe that Keyshawn will be the one who is dictating what's going on inside that ring.
So we've been hearing a lot about this purse bid. And as you said, people who feel that Devin Haney, that the Haneys have control over on social media, they have been the ones putting these numbers out. Because I haven't heard anything from anybody else when I spoke to Dog on Top Rank and all that stuff there, right? So what is the purpose? Why do you feel that Bill? You say Bill is doing it. Why do you feel that Bill is doing this? Like, what does this? Like, it has nothing to do with two men getting in the ring fighting each other. They're gonna have to fight regardless, and that's not going to affect the outcome of the fight. So, what is the purpose in your mind, from your point of view, that why he leaking this information out, or you feel he's doing this?
I said it at the beginning. If this fight falls through for any reason, he's already putting the narrative that Keyshawn is scared. He's already building the narrative that Keyshawn doesn't want to fight. That's why he started off the other day with, why haven't we heard anything from Keyshawn? Why is Keyshawn so quiet? Now you was on the hit list and like all that bullshit that Bill does. And the people are so fucking naive that they fall for it. Oh yeah, I'm thinking about it. Keyshawn really hasn't said anything. You want to fight, and Keyshawn is basically saying exactly what I just said. If you want to fight, shut the fuck up and get the fight. People are coming to me saying, "Oh, you're talking too much." I'm like, bro, I'm about to go inside the gym right now. If y'all think that having a conversation about boxing, which we do all fucking day, for half an hour, 20 minutes is going to distract us from whipping that ass, y'all crazy. But once again, I'm giving more credit to the people that don't know shit about boxing, because I actually thought that they was going to be able to read between the lines of that bullshit that Bill was putting out. But they fell for it. So,
let me explain this to you. The fans on the internet, right? Because I'm talking to you, but I'm taking notes. So I don't want you thinking I'm ignoring you. I'm just writing notes. The fans on the internet, they are very emotionally invested into their fighter, right?
Yeah.
So if it's Devin Haney, they very emotionally invested to it. As Bill Haney, as being the CEO of the president of GHP Promotions, his job, he gonna go around and he gonna make his media run. And he gonna put his information out there, put his spin on it, or however he wants to do it. That's what he does. That's a part of the, that's the part of the whole thing. That's a part of what make Bill Haney Bill Haney. He's gonna get people talking. They're gonna be it may be a narrative that you don't like, but they're gonna be talking about it. As it relates to why has the fight not happened yet? Because it's something you did that you said. You say if the fight were to fall through somehow, Bill trying to cover his behind by saying, you see, Keyshawn don't want to fight. Why would this fight fall through, meaning not happen? What would make this fight not happen from your perspective?
Well, you would have to ask Bill that, because Bill, he's the one that's trying that's a safety net. In my opinion, he's creating that safety net. You don't see Keyshawn saying, we offered him this, we offered him that, we offered him that. He ain't take this, he ain't accept that, because that would try to build the narrative that Devin doesn't want the smoke. But that is the mind games that motherfuckers is playing if they actually trying to get out of the fight. But I'm giving people more credit than they deserve, because they don't even realize that unrealistic contracts offers is the new duck game. You send a motherfucker an unrealistic contract, I'm like, wait a minute, I offered him to fight, he ain't take it.
So hold on.
I offered him to fight, he ain't take it.
All right, so you gave me some insight. So basically, who's offering you money for this fight? That's the question. You guys are not in purse bid right now. Who is paying for this fight? Who's putting the money up for this fight that you guys can't seem to not be able to come to an agreement with? If you can share that.
And really, I can't. I'm just talking. I'm just calling out the tactics, and I'm hoping that people don't just go off who has the most Instagram followers. Like I said before, actually sit back and ask yourself, why is somebody quiet? and why is somebody talking more? And ask yourself, wait a minute, if I was talking about negotiating millions, would I be telling the world every step I make as it comes to negotiations? Or would I be focused on making sure that we making the right negotiations? If I plan on actually getting all of this shit in place, will I be telling everybody, wait a minute, he just said this, he just turned down that, he just said yes, he just said no, I just said yes, I just said no, or will I be focused on making sure that it's the best deal overall? Ask yourself that.
No, I
If
know.
you're talking about millions.
No, you make a valid point. This is a part of the psychological warfare. Like this,
So
see,
you agree that Bill is doing the psychological warfare?
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, facts.
Okay.
Yeah. You heard that from me. This is the part of the psychological warfare when you going into any kind of negotiations with the Haneys. If you study them right, anytime they get ready to fight an opponent, and Bill is a master at this, it's going to be a lead up to it. He's going to, the psychological warfare game goes in. He's going to, any advantage they can get, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah. I agree with that. Like I said, the thing that I slipped up on was actually believing that the people recognize that as well. That's the only thing I slipped up on. Because when I was talking to him and he's asking me these questions, I'm like, what
Ain't
the
you on
fuck
the
is he
list?
talking about?
Hey, you on the list? Aren't y'all on the list?
Brother,
your name on the list, right?
We on the list until we actually got to the top of the list. Until we actually got to the top of the list. Recognize he said we were on the list when we was at 135.
Hold on.
It wasn't until we actually got to the top of the list that motherfuckers were saying, wait a minute, some people are saying y'all don't deserve to be here.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. So what you? I don't want to assume anything. We need clarity. So from your perspective, the Haneys, Bill Haney in particular, and Devin Haney, they really don't want to fight Keyshawn. They are trying to find a way to get out of the fight. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying he's putting out safety nets. I mean, like this, he's putting out safety nets. Everybody, when Bill Haney wants to fight somebody, I don't think all of these games and tactics and strategies were put in place for Brian Norman.
No.
They specifically went out after Brian Norman because stylistically, like if you look at my page, I made a prediction my damn self weeks before that fight how that was going to play out. I actually said, wait a minute, people are going to be surprised how easily Devin slips in the pocket and take advantage of Brian Norman on the inside as well. Brian Norman is no Keyshawn Davis. You can't name anything that Devin does better than Keyshawn.
Hey, you know why I'm laughing, bro? You know why I'm laughing? Because when I had Brian Norman Sr. on here, right? Brian Norman Sr. was saying the same thing you were saying.
Brian Norman Sr. See, I mean, the difference is, like I said, no. Can you name a group of Hall of Famers that was saying that? Can you name a group of Hall of Famers that was saying that Brian Norman was going to beat Devin?
I don't know about a group. But it was a few of us that thought. I was like, man, because hold on, Brian Norman's going to beat Devin? Yeah, it was quite a few people thought that.
It was quite a few Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Only thing that you heard from experts that was saying, all they were saying was, we don't know how Devin. All they was comparing it is Devin fully recovered from that Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
They weren't saying that Brian Norman is more skilled or has more to his arsenal or none of the above. They were saying whether or not he's fully recovered from that Ryan Garcia ass whooping that he took.
Well, another thing too, people was basing that on, including myself, when he fought Jose Ramirez, he was doing the tight rider around the ring. And you see what I'm saying? So you got to understand that people was looking at that as well. But what Devin Haney was able to show against Brian Norman, he showed something totally different. So, and it appears that he have a little bit more pop in his punch at 147. Now, hold on. As I said before, Keyshawn and Devin Haney is the fight to make. That's the one I want to see because I believe Keyshawn, like the boy, got skills. You know what I mean? Devin Haney has skills as well. But I just think from a stylistic standpoint, this is the fight that we're going to get the bang for the buck because Keyshawn coming to fight. He's not coming to play. And he has a mean streak in him. You know what I mean? In the video I've ever said, I said that about him. Now, I have my criticism of him as well. But however, it ain't nothing to do with boxing. When it comes to boxing, that motherfucker can fight. And I think it's going to take somebody who has the type of skill and the mentality that Keyshawn have in order to go in there and fight Devin Haney. And then that will bring a lot of the tools out. Because, you know, Devin Haney got a warehouse full of tools. I don't know if you know that.
Listen, a warehouse, self-proclaimed don't count.
Hey, man, I
self-proclaimed don't count. You got listen. Everybody, and I said this the other day, when I was on Mill City, everybody was talking about how powerful he looks at 147, and they talking about how powerful those punches look when he was on the heavy bag and all of this shit. When have you seen Devin Haney throw power punches and combinations in the actual fight? That's not in him. I don't give a fuck if he got that in his arsenal. One thing he doesn't have is that dog in him. He doesn't have that kill switch. He doesn't have that mean streak in him. Look at what he did. Hang on. When he actually hurt Regis Progress, when he dropped Regis Progress, what did he do? He got on his bike and ran like a little bitch. Now, when he dropped Brian Norman, he didn't go for the kill. And I'm going to ask you exactly what I asked Mills. Ask yourself this. If Keyshawn would have dropped Regis or hurt him the way that Devin did, do you think he would have got out of that round?
No, Keyshawn would have stopped him.
If he would have dropped Brian Norman the way that he did, would Brian Norman have got out of that round?
I don't know. I don't know about that.
No, it ain't no I don't know. You know for a fact that would have been the end of his ass. No,
hear me out. I'm gonna tell you why I don't know. Because Regis Prograde and Brian Norman are two different fighters. So yeah, I would give Brian Norman a little bit more benefit of the doubt.
He's more skilled. He's more skilled and technically sound than Regis Progress.
Right.
But I'm just talking about after you hurt somebody. Mm-hmm. Keyshawn is one of the best finishers out there.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But now, hold on. Let me ask you this, because I'm looking at the Devin Haney, right? Devin Haney, and you're talking about. Hold on. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to text Bill right now because you got people in the chat. They want me to call Bill Haney. Shout out to DT. He said, Coach, let's get Bill on the phone. He said, we the chat wants to hear from both of y'all right now. Because we need to find out what's going on. And this brother right here, Soda Paul, said, can we get Bill on the phone? Let me call Bill Haney.
Yeah.
Why'd you hear Coach Dorsett? Hold on.
Okay.
He's watching this show. I'm pretty sure he's watching.
I'm pretty sure he is too.
Bill see everything.
Somebody sent him the link.
Yeah, he's not answering.
I wonder why.
Hold on, Coach.
Please leave your.
Nah. Yeah, he didn't answer. He didn't answer.
I wonder why.
All right,
once the WWE tactics have actually been exposed, then it's like I don't have time for this anymore.
All right, so I always wanted to get both sides of the story. We've been hearing one side. Keyshawn Davis is, look like he's trying to duck out of the fight. He turned down the $3 million. He really don't want to fight Devin Haney. So that's been
You see that? That's all we hear from their side.
Right. So
the smoke and mirrors.
So this is my opportunity to get the other side because there's two sides to each coin. So, how can Devin Haney, if the fight don't work, get out of the fight somehow? How is that possible when tomorrow, if you guys don't come to an agreement, and I know you're not in the business side, but if you guys can't come to an agreement, it's going to go to a purse bid. If the fight go to a purse bid, what is the best situation for Keyshawn Davis in the purse bid?
Like I said, I'm not on the business side, but I'm on the logical side. I don't have to be inside the rooms to sit back and make an educated decision, or I'm an educated guess on why these things are happening the way that it does. Of course, I have a little bit more insight on objectively why Bill would do some shit like that, because these, as you said, these are his strategies, these mind games, the mind fuckery that he does. But
Bill will master at that. He'll master at
that. He's good when it comes to building up suspense, making people wonder, and all of the above. But he's also good when it comes to manipulation and confusion, because he says a whole lot, but he doesn't confirm anything. He just makes people wonder why is this happening, and wonder, oh wait a minute, and then he's good with that. Like I said, I keep giving the people more benefit of the doubt than they actually deserve because they're dumb enough to fall for it. Like these are the people that actually believe that, love and hip hop is actually real. Like this.
Well,
we got to start calling Bill out, and we got to start calling the fucking fans out, because we're trying to actually make the big fights. We're actually trying to fight who they claim to be the best. The legacy, like Bill has done a great job at strategically picking his opponents, and if he's able to manipulate somebody to wonder, wait a minute, he's the guy that really wants to fight is scared, of course he's able to manipulate y'all that this motherfucker is a killer, because he didn't try to make it seem like Brian Norman was scared. All he was doing was trying to show y'all how much of a killer Brian Norman was, and because Devin was about to fight him. He was just trying to big up Brian Norman so it can be, oh, look, Devin goes after the animals. He goes after the killers. Brian Norman, he consistently knocked out stationary Mexicans, and that's it. But Devin Haney is no stationary Mexican. Stylistically, that fight was tailor-made for Devin. That was tailor-made for Devin. But people that don't know boxing wouldn't look at it like that. We're like, wait a minute, did you see that knockout? Yes, because Bill showed it to you. Did you see that damn knockout? He knocked this man flat. Yes, Bill showed you that too.
So he
shows you what he puts in your face, because really, even though he was the champion, Brian Norman became a household name because he fought Devin Haney.
Right. So this is my point. My point is this here. The fans, see, this how this, I've been doing this about 5.5 years. So let me tell you how this stuff goes. So the Haney's got a big fan base, right? Yes. He got a big fan base, because Bill Haney is the one that go out and actually talk to the people, because a lot of these people in the sport of boxing, Jay Prince ain't gonna come over here. I appreciate the fact that you came over here, because people like yourself, you are actually in the fight game, and you know it from the boxing standpoint, and you know a lot what's going on. People like yourself will come out and talk to the people. Bill Haney will come out and talk to the people. But some of these other guys, they won't come out and do that. So Bill Haney takes advantage of that. These dudes ain't gonna go out and talk. They will go out and talk to the mainstream media, the corporate, you know what I mean? Like the Fight Heights, Ring, but they ain't gonna come down here on the chitlin search. You know what I mean? So by Bill being able to do that and to connect to the people, because you got a lot of people that don't like Bill Haney. I'm telling you, they don't. They don't like him. They say he's a flim-flam artist. He's a bullshitter. They say that, and he come on this show, and they call him and tell him that on this show when he want to accept calls. So it's not like he got everybody, and you feel like he got everybody fooled. That ain't it. It's swing both ways.
It is that convenience. I mean, since we're on the show, like, and I'm not even going to refer to your channel as the Chitlin Circuit, because, like I said, I watched your content prior to this, and prior to there were talks about Bill and Keyshawn, and I respect what you do. But I told Bill the first time we interviewed together, I said, recognize what's happening, brother. You know, prior to, as Devin was coming up and he was validated by Floyd, you know, everybody showed love to him until he faced somebody that he was that they were in favor of. And then Devin really became the boring villain.
Which fight that was in particular?
No. When in most fights that Devin have, if he go against a Latino right now, he's gonna go back to being a villain instantly. He's gonna if he fight Teofimo or Ryan Garcia or one of them, Devin will go back to being a villain real quickly.
Why you say that? Because of Hispanics?
Of course. Of course. Of course. You know?
So who you think that? All right, listen, man, we want to see this fight. I think my audience over here, we tired. We just want to see the fight. I want to see Keyshawn, and they
get even more impatient when they hear Bill come out and say, "Guess what just happened? He just said no to what we just said." Shut the fuck up and let them relax until we announce the fight.
But you know, you gotta understand. See, Bill Haney is a living legend.
He's building suspense, and I'm out here telling y'all he's not building suspense. He's not building suspense. People are already working. Shut the fuck up, Bill, and let the work get done.
Wait, so you said Bill got everybody on pins and needles. So the only reason we watching this so close is because you're saying he putting the word out there, and we like, what's going on? Keyshawn turning down $3 million.
I can respect what he's doing, but he opens up with, "Oh yeah, Keyshawn is good." He's not saying, look. We're close to the end date. You know, the fight's gonna happen.
Right. He ain't
saying that. He's saying, "Look, man, you ain't gonna believe this. These guys are scared." Like, he turned down what? You can't believe he turned down this. He turned down that. Listen, man. Listen. I just got my hair done. I got a new texturizer in my afro. Shut your ass up, man.
Hey, look here, man. So is Keyshawn scared of Debo? That's what the people want to know. Is he scared of Debo, fam? Debo Dev, you know, he's a lot stronger at 147. Y'all ain't seen nothing like Debo. He got more experience. He fought Lomachenko. He fought the Rodriguez program. He fought Brian Norman. Brian Norman was putting people in comas prior to Debo Dev, right? So
This is what I'm saying. Please, we got to stop calling this motherfucker Debo, because he haven't never bullied anybody in the ring a day in his life. This nigga run more than Red and Friday. When the hell did anybody start being afraid of Debo Dev? Like, what? That's completely backwards. That's completely backwards. Debo Dev has never bullied anybody a day in his life. This is a silver spoon, nigga. This is hands down a Hakeem Lion. This is Hakeem Lion. He's not even Tariq from Power. Like, he's borderline Jamal Lion. With all these damn tactics that he's doing, Debo Dev ain't scaring no damn body. That's why I said, what? Does it sound realistic that Keyshawn is going to be scared of Debo Dev? Like, shut the fuck up, man.
I was just saying, bro. Hey, bro, listen, fam, listen. Bill Haney changed his name. The man Debo. Listen, let me tell you something. I hear what you're saying, bro. I was saying that same shit, right? But then when I saw Dale drop Brian Norman in the second round, and it looked like he almost knocked him out, I became a believer of Debo.
Look, did you see? Hang on. Did you see the Lamos and Richard Hitchison fight?
Yeah, Lamos. Yeah. That's the one a lot of people thought Richardson Hitchens lost, right?
Yeah, and
that's the one.
Lamos almost stopped Hitchens.
Hitchens, yeah.
Now, Keyshawn, his 12th fight, his first homecoming, this is who he chose to fight and stopped his ass in 2 rounds. Knocked out cold.
Mm-hmm.
And he came in, and Lamos came in 6 pounds overweight. He weighed in the night of the fight, 62. And at that time, he had over a 95% knockout ratio.
Man, bro, you sound just like Brian. No, that's what you sound.
He had over a 95% knockout ratio. Like I said, man, listen.
Hey, Coach, you scared me, dog. You scared me right now.
I'm just coming to you with the facts, dog.
Yeah, you scared me right now, though.
I'm just coming to you with the facts.
I'm having flashbacks. Man, listen, I'm having flashbacks, dog. Because you listen, fam, listen.
Now,
listen.
I guess I got to talk like what was Schofield. Listen, son, they don't want to fight Keyshawn.
Hey, listen. Oh, you talking about Mama Hofield?
Yo, listen, man. You want to go against the kid?
Look,
you want to go against the kid?
Look. The 5 styles of boxing. Do Keyshawn know the 5 styles of boxing?
Yes, and he beat all 5 of them.
I ain't never heard nobody say that shit but Mama Hofield. My son, he does the 5 styles of boxing. You don't want to fight my son. You don't want to. Hey, look, okay, so we got to get this fight, dog. Again, I think this fight is going to happen.
I want it to happen. We want it to happen. Tell Bill to shut the fuck up and it'll happen.
Well, you know.
What I want you to text him right now. With all due respect, shut the fuck up.
No, I ain't. All due respect.
You was about to text too.
Listen. Hey, Coach. I texted him earlier. I said, "Do you want to come on the show?" He ain't replied back, and then I called him. And he didn't answer.
Tell you what, bro. We can try. What we can try to do is actually schedule this because. Coach Rendell, he hit me up and told me there was talks on online. Then he sent me the link, and that's why I came up here. Like I said, I've already watched your content before, but I only got 1% left on his battery, and I'm about to go inside this gym, man.
All right.
I appreciate hit me up in the inbox and we'll link up, brother.
Okay, yes, sir. I hit you up.